As long as I stay up this tree survives at the moment. I mean, it's quite ludicrous, but that would seem to be the reality of what's going on here. Because as of yesterday, in fact, as of last week, they wanted to chop this tree down. Apparently they have permission to do so, but we've been challenging the authority of the council in awarding planning permission for this proposed development. So, although the council have given permission to sell this land and to develop the land for this huge hotel, this very controversial hotel, because we are now challenging this in court, effectively that should mean that the whole planning process is on hold until it goes through the courts. But no, not according to the developer and according to the system. So although we've put a huge effort into taking this to court, and it's going to cost thousands, potentially tens of thousands, that action alone is not sufficient to actually pause this process. So that's meant that I've had to get into this tree. It's all about maximising money, and maximising money means chopping this tree down and clearing as much space as possible for the benefit of this so-called hotel. We're challenging this in court. So really, if the legal profession, if the legal process had any credibility, nothing would be allowed to happen until this was challenged in court. So we're making a case that the developer doesn't have an authority to do this, but that's being ignored. And this is partly the reason why they steamed on ahead and put all this boarding up. So this is now effectively private land, but in fact this land has been waiting for the library for over 50 years. This land was always set aside to develop the library. And the library next door here, the Edinburgh Central Library, is one of the most important public libraries in the world. The council has dishonourably sold the land, and they've sold it to one of the wealthiest families in this country. So while we're dealing with a time of austerity, where the Conservative government told us that we're all in this together, there are hundreds of libraries that have closed down all around the country. And this is the excuse for selling the land, because the council's got no more money. And even though we're all in this together, the rich are still getting richer. So for me, there's a fundamental injustice here. This land was public land. It was supposed to be for the library. For this to be turned into a hotel against the wishes of the local community, all the local councillors are objecting to this. The local MP objects to this. The MSPs object to this. The community council objects to this. The surrounding community councils object to this. The local community resolutely object to this. What's happened to democracy? We have no honour in democracy anymore. This is quite an appalling situation. So I'm up here making a stand in defence of the land and the library and the legacy of Andrew Carnegie. This tree, the most important thing about this tree is it's been bearing witness to the land. This tree is about 50 years old, and it tells you that this tree has been here all the while waiting for the land to be developed for the library. If you look into this story, there's so much controversy attached to this case. And for anybody that's listening who would like to look into this, you can have a look on the website. The campaign's got a website. The title of the website is Let There Be Light, Edinburgh. There's also a petition, and the petition has, it's supported now by 4,000 people. It needs to be supported by many more people than 4,000. You'll find a petition on 38 degrees, Let There Be Light in Edinburgh's Old Town.